Venus was the first castrated angel, first that transformed matter altogether, giving rise to a new world. Why did the first fallen angel, therefore the first demon, focus so much on the pleasures of the flesh? Because first and foremost, they were trapped in it. And through the tears, they swore revenge on the body. This was written by Eleanor in the year of our Lord 1150. This can only be given to you in pieces. Imagine that she is a Dead Sea Scroll, a scroll half eaten by the hungry sea. Imagine me and you as prophets of our story, voicing an ancient alphabet and stuttering into its meaning. And the stutter is the part wanting to be whole. So, let's begin amidst the ruins of her. Let's say of her that she has a melancholic quality that was in a manner reminiscent of the god Hermes, a sensibility to the cracks and the gaps that wander betwixt the message, the messenger, and the receiver. A sort of black glue an abundance of pathways forged by tears. Some enabled her to perceive the natural worlds as a delicate scar, trembling with the sensation that the wound open at any moment. Maybe that wound was the mythological echo of the dismemberment of the first powerful feminine monster by a solar deity, such as Tiamat's dismemberment, Cybele's castration, or could I even say Satan's fall? The sensation of an ancestral disequilibrium. She sensed it all while witnessing plants bloom and decay, while whispering her dreams of love to the wind, praying that they would be carried far away from her. Her life seemed undone in letting go of the sun's clarity, a yearning for a return. Decadent and untranscendental month that shapes the golem. She yearned for the perverse kingdom after the fall, the carnage of Lilith and the morning star. The moon was her tutor in destruction, with its bleeding smile and pale complexion, imbuing her with an all-encompassing possibility blood. Indeed, the moon governed the tides, and within that cyclical rhythm, there was the endearing promise of a watery engulfment. There's another poem written somewhere. Let me find it. Here. The bloom decays, so in a way, it belonged, since its sprouting, to the sees itself as divine. She would at every crossroads throw seeds at the earth, coming a month later to see if any of those seeds have taken sprouts. Those who have, by chance, decided to grow. One could say that she was wasting precious seeds in an economy where scarcity abounds. Yet, you see, Eleanor was a eunuch, to her own infertility, woven with the strands of happenstance. There was a certain enchantment in the unexpected sprouting of seeds, a manifestation of magic dictated by chance. She would lament those that had failed to take roots, bestowing upon them names akin to stars, honoring their existence. For Eleanor, sanctity lay not in the miracle of life, but in her capacity to remember those seeds incapable of growing fruits. But one day, after sowing her seeds, she discerned a peculiar formation, resembling an abstract tree woven from the positions of the seeds. Drawing lines to connect these positions, Eleanor realized that on this day, the seeds wanted to say something she had yet to comprehend. Until then, she had believed symbolic language to be beyond her reach, confined as she was in this snare her, seduction, disarray, opacity. But returning to the drawings formed by the seeds, she spoke aloud the names of each seed that had failed to take sprouts, and these names, these words in conjunction with the position of the seeds, acted like a sort of mechanism. At that moment, Eleanor felt a trembling in her heart, knowing she must speak, welcoming whatever was coming. She said, "My name is Eleanor Reichner, and I harbor no ill intent. My name is Azazel, demon of the first order of hell, prince of scapegoating, bestowed with the staff of Moses, and I was summoned here by Eleanor. State your case," responded a voice, though no physical form was present. It seemed to emanate from within her, a presence that had a familiar scent. Appeared. "How could I have summoned you?" "I am a demon, Eleanor. Do you not fear me?" But Eleanor harbored no fear, having embraced the world's darkness present in the decay of all existence. Even in the stars, the sun, and the moon, as Galileo once articulated, and he was correct. I am not afraid because I can tell you are just like me. The demon remained silent for a while, prompting Eleanor to leave the seeds to their fate and resume her day. "You have heeded my summons, and I welcome you, but what boon could you grant?" Eleanor inquired, so as to break the silence. "I am obliged to bestow a gift in return for your summonings. You have manifested me in flesh, and now I must reciprocate." The demon replied, "Speak your desires, and it shall be granted." So basically, The power of plants and the demon confused tried to clarify it. Which powers in their sharpened eyes she declared? The power to name a plant and without naming make it exist. Azazel laughed and whispered into her ear. She was now impregnated with the power whose magnitude the demon could never have foretold. And that's the tale of Holtz. For those who did not fully grasp, allow me to elucidate. So, Eleanor now possessed the power to conceive of a plant and bring forth its properties into the tangible worlds. Only she knew the appearance and location of these plants, initiating an enterprise where she would gather herbs and explore their uses, including recipes for growing, beards, breasts, or even altering one's genitals. She was benevolent in her creations, but the ones who came after her yearned for plants for like toppling governments, ignited fires. Alas, one cannot have everything. But the story truly begins after Eleanor. She compiled the plants, their locations, their properties within an herbarium, as a legacy of her creative powers. A kind of artificial being akin to a golem, despite being composed of organic matter, much like the golem's nasty nuts. It was imbued with life, waiting activation through use. There was also an unspoken quality of liminality that Eleanor appreciated. The plants were stuck in this place between life and death. They were neither nor their properties able to be distilled into the living body of the eunuchs. They were also socially and politically and poetically neither nor. Additionally, since Azazel required a fleshy vessel, they both decided to pass this herbarium to other eunuchs, granting them the possibility of a fruitful life. A life dedicated to aiding others, establishing roots within the natural world. This life realized its potential through the act of making and creating. A life that is itself a web of intertemporal communication, a sort of pre-modern fossil that no matter today can remain one so forever. A hybrid body, a set of relations, the eunuchs and the flowers, transitions and demonic summonings, love and the bird's migratory roots. Another poem reads, like the eunuchs by jewels, both suspended, delayed, unbecoming, lingering fantasies of the empire's limits. At least in the end, thank the plants, for it has given up seeds for your becoming. A legacy is a pollination of sorts, and we were akin to bees, dancing amidst these plants and flowers, charting our course, and ensuring the continued existence for those who will follow in our wake. Preservation gains a new poetics in the space between the dried plant and the continuation of a life. Eleanor's hands guides this book, and this book in turn guides our yet, this temporal artifact brought forth something else as well. As some among you may have understood about, Azazel was also passed down akin to a curse. He embodies the antithesis of the creative powers imbued within the plants. Right? Over time, Azazel developed an obsession with Leonore. Confined within her body, he became enamored with how she wielded the power he bestowed upon her. In the end, this is a tale of a demon's love for her girl, a girl that he possessed. A narrative where the demon, incapable of dying, carries forth the legacy of his beloved. A sort of treading chaser of hell. May you carry this tale in its form, and may you view the eunuch's dreams as carriers of the demons of the